So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that, I guess, is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up.
What more do you want from me?
Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, LA and dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love, to be kind to one another. Like, what, ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
Well, the first thing you're doing wrong is not being a man. If you were to watch this video yourself, if you were a woman, would you want to date you?
Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationships, when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group, so have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
You're acting like a woman. You sound like a woman. Put some bass in your voice, sir. So let's list the feminine qualities that you are exhibiting and most likely were exhibiting while y'all were on the phone. And the reason why she stood you up. 1, no bass in your voice. You sound like a woman. 2, you sound defeated. Men don't get defeated. We fall off the bike and get back on the bike and keep going. We spent the majority of our young lives chasing women, trying to get women, and the majority of the women that we went after, chased, presented ourselves, or whatever, they said no. We never get defeated because that's a part of the game. So for you to be this 35-year-old man or whatever you are, sitting in a restaurant with flowers, sounding like a girl, being defeated, you're a woman, sir. Next, what man gets on social media whining about somebody standing you up? You don't think that's something a woman would do? What man does that? You know, we'll get online and talk about this and that, but we're not going to be sitting there like, and here's the flowers, and then you show the flowers like we care. You could have said, I brought flowers. We didn't need to see the flowers. So you showing us the flowers like we don't believe you is super feminine also. And you don't need to prove to us that you brought flowers. We don't care. So the post says, man gets emotional after being stood up at a restaurant waiting on his date to show up. I bought flowers after I've been consistently talking to this woman for 2 weeks. I made plans. I'm just looking for my person. There's nothing wrong with talking to a woman for 2 weeks. That's not crazy. But there's a possibility on why it took you 2 weeks to go out on a date with this woman. She knew she didn't want you in the beginning. See, what a lot of women do with men like you, because in all honesty, you're simply a modern man. The majority of black men walking around are like you. They're probably not as bad as you, but they're socially awkward. They're whiny. They get defeated. They be wanting to give up. And they don't have bass in their voice. So you're not an anomaly. You're just the typical modern man. And what women are dealing with, because I talk to women on a normal basis, I coach women, they're like you. And they get on the phone with you and they're extremely underwhelmed. Your job as a man, is to exhibit a certain presence, even on the phone, where this woman can't wait to see you. If you have to wait 2 weeks to go out with a woman and y'all been sitting on the phone on a normal basis. See, some people may be busy, so the 2 weeks may not be that bad. But according to what he said, I've been on the phone with this woman consistently for 2 weeks. So y'all talking every day like y'all girlfriend or boyfriend, and then y'all don't go out on a date. She doesn't care to see you. Most likely, her homegirl is the one who talked her into going out on a date with you. You know, she was like, go on and give him a chance. Try somebody new. Your type just doesn't usually work out. So go out with this guy. And she was like, all right, I'll just go out with him. See, a woman will sit on a phone with anybody that would listen to her, because most men, masculine men, ain't finna sit around on a phone all day with no woman. We got stuff to do. So for a woman to meet a goofball that wants to sit around on the phone all day, she's like, oh, this is awesome. But it doesn't mean she's romantically into you. You're just the only dummy that will sit on the phone with her all day. As a man, your job is to have a certain amount of mystique about you, a certain amount of mystery about you. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting on the phone with a woman every day. Talking about what? No, I got stuff to do. And that woman at some point is going to be like, I want to see him. I want to be a part of his busy life. He's busy, but I want to be a part of it so he'll be busy with me. But if you ain't got nothing else to do but sit on the phone with a woman all day, all night, there's no anticipation. And then at the same time, you have no bass in your voice. Within a 2-week period, I'm quite sure you complained about something, because you're complaining about the woman not showing up to the restaurant. So I'm sure this defeated, complaining, whining attitude came out in your conversation within the 2 weeks that you was talking to her. And you actually think she's going to want you? Sir, go get some therapy with a black man and sit down in front of him. Go get some friends, some masculine friends. Because most likely your friends, if you do have friends, are other cornballs. And I don't apologize for calling this man a cornball, because this is what women have to deal with. If you want to be a cornball, or if you are a cornball, just stay over here and just stay a cornball. But as a man, I'll say it again. As a man, your job is to grow. Your job is to evolve. Your job is to adjust. Make the proper adjustments or stay a cornball. Nobody cares about you whining to social media about why you can't find a woman. Do something about it. That's what a man does. So get off social media, whining like a woman, go to a gym, go find some friends, go join some man's club, grow some balls, and get some bass in your voice. But it goes back to the presence. Do you have a masculine presence? Do you have a protective presence? See, as a man, no matter who you are, you have to have something that I call a however. I'll say it again, a however. Biggie said, I'm black and ugly as ever. However, and he started explaining his however, which is the attributes that women actually do want, do need, the value that he has to offer to a woman, even though he's ugly. So as a man, even though you're short, even though you're broke, even though you're whatever it is your issue is, because none of us are perfect, we all are flawed, you have these issues. But however, I have this to offer to not just women, but to my community. Do you serve your community? A man has to be a protector and a provider. And you have to be a provider to somebody before you get with a woman, to show that you have the capability of being a protector and a provider. Are you protecting and providing in your community? You have to be a protector and a provider before the woman comes. You don't wait for the woman to come and then you start protecting and providing for her, because if that's the case, you don't know how to do it because you're not used to doing it. And for any man that empathizes with this man, most likely you are also a cornball, and both of y'all probably aren't getting women. And they're the same thing to women who still have their bad attitudes or are fat or whatever. You can't get mad at the market for responding to you. People are simply picking the best candidate for them. And if they're not picking you, if they're standing you up, if they're not responding to your texts, It's not them, it's you. Go in the gym, get some therapy, figure your life out, make some more money, do something, and have a however. I'm personally sick of these men and these women whining about why they can't find a man, why they can't find a woman. It's not us. It's not the world. It's you. You suck. Go fix your life or stay home. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.